Welcome back to Lost Dimension. Last time we had to get Toya erased even though he is not the traitor, because my luck sucks and I got Marco as a traitor 2 playthroughs in a row, and on the first floor too. You know, knowing my luck, I'm kind of predicting that Soldier and George are going to turn out to be traitors for the 2nd and 3rd floor. I wouldn't put it past me, honestly, at this point. Anyway, though, something that I do want to show, I actually wanted to do this for the 2nd playthrough, but I didn't really remember to do it until recently. I actually downloaded a new costume for Show, White Regalia. I promised that I wouldn't use DLC costumes in the 1st playthrough, that I'd wait till the 2nd, and Show's is the only one that's free. So I'm gonna be using that, but that's the only costume that I'll use. Because honestly, I really don't see the point in paying for costume DLC. It's just something that I don't really do. If I'm paying for DLC, it has to be something that gives an actual concrete gameplay effect. So just a cosmetic change, I'm not going to shell out money for that. I might show the DLC missions after I've done the main game, but I'm definitely not paying for DLC costumes. So, no Marco in a silly kitty outfit, sorry. But yes, White Regalia is free now. I believe a whole lot of the costume DLC was actually free for the first few weeks the game came out in America, but I don't think we got that promotion in Australia. I think here in Australia, we have to pay for all the DLC. So, yeah, can't show those costumes, sadly. Anyway, now, at one point, I was actually, basically, I downloaded the costume, and it didn't do anything in the game, so I thought, I had no idea what was happening, whether it worked or not, and then I realized I must have accidentally downloaded the Vita version, and I'm really glad that I did that with a free DLC, and didn't do that for a paid one, because that'd be horrible, paying for DLC for the wrong version of a game. I still think it's kind of annoying they even have the Vita stuff on the PlayStation 3 online store. I mean, yeah, they should really restrict that to just the Vita online store. But anyway, I need to show this because this is obviously a Bond conversation that we were not able to have before. George Jackman's, first gold conversation, I think? Shonen is like young boy, but that's a very weird way to refer to someone. Oh, wait.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, I must have said the wrong answer there. Trying to lighten the mood with a Jordan.
Huh? Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
Yes.
Well, yeah, his logic is very weird.
And? No.
I guess his ability does make him a good detective, as strange as his logic is.
Yes.
Actually, it would, being able to read the memories of an object just by touching it. It just realized that sounds very Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2-ish. Yes, his only views in his fight for justice, which this time is not hampered by him being a traitor.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's probably why those kind of detectives, and even then, that's probably why in the Ace Attorney games, Phoenix never uses the Magatama to ask, did you do it? Because that way the cases will be over very quickly. He's totally Bandit Keith.
I see.
Well, Bandit Keith crossed with, being a total weeb, basically. So desu! I mean, it makes sense considering that he's an American who fights like a samurai. Yeah, we should. Hang on a minute. Was there a camaraderie increase from that at all, or did I select the wrong option at the start? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Sean Allen appears in his costume there. Well, George Jackman's a little bit higher. Also, yeah, I totally haven't been giving favoritism to the 3 characters I haven't maxed out yet. But yeah, they're a lot higher than the others. Just showing this scene because there's some George lines that we haven't actually seen before. Here we go.
Yes.
Seriously? But that's...
Let's go.
And the rest we've already seen before. But George also comments on the start of the mission. And so here we are in the botanical area again.
The view may have changed, but I sense the hostility in the area certainly hasn't.
Oh, and this is a fully voiced scene, I forgot about that.
Not a good feeling. I'd prefer to be in the middle of a war zone than here.
If he's changing the scenery for us, I'll be absolutely gutted if...
It's a whole different environment. How's that possible?
We'll be fine if we stick together.
Such a drastic change should not be possible just by architecture alone. Perhaps the end is a greater anomaly than we stop to consider.
Who gives a rat's ass? A little change of scenery doesn't scare me.
I'd like it better if it were just a tad bit more chic.
How alien. But that is how evil should be. For now is the time to wield our justice.
No, not very much, but still, at least he gets one line. And I forgot to equip Toya's materia to anyone. But anyway,
Move out. Let's do
I
this.
like this music though. And here you can see Sho's new outfit here, the white regalia. Basically looks like a, yeah, lighter version of the End's outfit. Is that signifying something? I'm not sure.
On my way.
Are you ready?
So anyway, we've already seen this mission and there's nothing new here, so yeah, no need to show this. Okay, so now we have the infamous boring hobby scene, as I like to call it. Let's see if George has anything to comment on here. Wonder if I press skip if it'll go just to his dialogue. Oh, did it just skip his voice acting?
Everything that lies ahead is the result of events which have already occurred.
Ah, dang it, because that line was actually in the trailers, the "It's not justice!"
We kill one of our...
Anyway, let's see what the vision is like here. Oh, George got nothing, really. More gift experience for everyone, I guess. Okay, now I brought all 3 of the people I need to max bonds with. If there are a lot of voices in this group, I am gonna rage.
Stopping here is not an option
Once
we can
we've
entertain.
saved the world.
2. Well, it could be worse. Though if there are 2 voices and there's 3 of them there, and... oh, that doesn't bode well. I actually feel really bad for anyone who has Yoko turn out to be a traitor because of how insanely good she is. In fact, I think I was actually quite lucky on my first run, now that I think about it, because I got both the characters with high movement and Yoko as well, all in into the to the end.
Ho ho!
Yes, fortunately, fortunately Toya was a comrade of
Hello
justice.
there.
Okay.
Who are you?
There's no need to be so cautious. I'm not your enemy.
There shouldn't be anyone else here but...
Wait. This is strange, because I've got a skip indicator, which means that this is the same conversation that I got on the 4th floor last time. So when does this show up? Why is it happening so early this time? And why does it happen during Bond conversations? Yeah, that was all the same, but that's really weird. I have no idea what triggers that conversation at all, because in my first playthrough I only got that on the 4th floor. Anyway, how close are we to getting, okay, yeah, we just need to level up this one more. Fortunately, that makes its GP cost a little prohibitively expensive at this point in the game. And I guess for Sojiro, I've got everything in side effects, so I'm going for adaptation now. Go for either immunity boost or antibody surge. Yeah, I'll go for immunity boost at the moment, because I need that for antibody surge anyway. There is Malign. Yeah, I could go for Malign too. And now as for Mako, I've got some things like, I've unlocked his Thunder Wall, Frost Wall, and Flame Wall. Nullify psychic damage for 3 turns. That would be very useful against the end, but it seems like there are very few enemies in this game who even use psychic type attacks. That's one maybe slight issue that I have with this. I kind of wish there were more enemies that did that. Anyway, I've got I'll Get You and Take This. I found Take This is actually really useful. It's an area attack that's not quite as expensive as Stay Back, and it's actually been quite good so far. Stay Still, high chance to inflict stun. Then there is this, which costs 999 GP, so, yeah, I'm not gonna go for that just now. I might want to just go for Stay Still. You know what, I might give him Electro Spark, and then, of course, Agito gets Magnet Field, because he's pretty much the only one who can make use of that at this point. And I'll do all the other gift experience off camera. Now, do we have access to any other missions that have new things? Okay, Temporary Bonds does have a file for us. Yeah, there's a switch here that only shows up on a New Game Plus, so I'll need to show that mission. Lost Civilization I think I can do off camera. That one I had severe trouble with the first time. And then Memory Doubts, that'll be a different video. For now, just checking. Yeah, we're not giving severe favoritism this run. Oh. Wait a minute, if there's 2 voices, does that mean Mako is always going to be giving off 1 voice, or do the 3 voices change in each floor even if there is a traitor present? I'm not entirely sure. I just realized that. I could go with the same team but switch out Mako just to try and confirm that. Anyway, I think we actually should head on out to Temporary Bonds now. Again, I could either go with Mako to try and confirm that, or I could go with a totally different team just to see if I can find some more. Because if I got 2 voices there, chances are I won't be getting that many voices elsewhere. Admittedly, I want either Agito or Nagi down here, just so that I can hit that switch as early as possible. Maybe I'll still use George here, because hey, he's all... I swapped him out, didn't mean to. And I'll put Yoko down there too, because she has a lot of power behind her. And I guess we should put Mana here. Okay, let's go. Kind of interesting, we now have both George and Mana, so we can kind of go full-on physical powerhouse if we want. Didn't really have that option on the first playthrough.
Damn.
Indeed.
Seriously?
Huh?
too.
But
Oh wow, Marco, sadly, we all know your act by now. Oh no, what if the traitor is with me?
do
Oh wait, it's actually me, haha.
Are you
Let's get
ready?
this show on the road.
Okay, first things first. There we go. Oh, there's a wall there. That's why it was so hard to phase up there. Okay, that unlocks this New Game Plus only door that has
Let's get this show on
been
the
specifically designed to be Agitor proof, so you can't actually get it on your first playthrough. You only have 2 people down here at the moment. However, I think these guys are quite weak to physical attacks. Oh, hey, I've got, Oh, adding Thunder Element to normal attacks could be very useful for George, because he, well, does a lot of normal attacking.
road. Let's go.
Yeah, it's interesting. Those skills seem to be more useful on,
for everyone's sake.
on characters besides the initial owner of the materia, because, for example, Toya, he can already use lightning element attacks, but so he doesn't really need to add it to... Well, I mean, there are no real elemental affinities in this game. Keep forgetting that. So it doesn't exactly matter, but I mean... So it's sort of just a buff, but I think it does give normal attacks a chance to bind? I'm not sure. Shackle... Breakdown... Yeah, Noise Blaster I've been finding very good. It's quite cheap, it's an area attack, it has a lot of power behind it, and it can confuse. Alternatively, I could blow almost all of my GP to confuse everything on the map, but nope, I'm not going to do that. For now, I'm going to...
Sorry, but
Yeah, see, this does damage and can confuse, and it's an area attack. So it's been quite useful so far. Now let's just go for this one.
here I go.
Once I actually get the file, I'll probably just cut out the rest of this mission.
How'd you like that? Let's go.
And now I think I'll actually send Himeno over here, but make sure that she doesn't expose her rear to that. And why is Himeno so short-ranged? Apart from these attacks.
How's this? Is that
I almost feel like the only good part of Himeno's skills are the lava attacks. Everything else is just, I mean, it's okay, but... and now I see why I hated these things in my first playthrough. Oh boy. But anyway, yeah, I feel like the combustion is really the only good skill tree that Himeno even has. And you're out of counter range. Oh boy. I think I need to heal him, but I didn't bring the healer. Oh, and I forgot about those things. Yeah, I remember on the first one I found the second floor to be a bit of a difficulty spike compared to the first one. And these guys can just do that to avoid counterattacks, which is really annoying.
Let's do this. And
But anyway, what really matters is grabbing this file. The End's Diary 2. That should prove interesting. Now let's see. Oh hey, I got Coil Shot and Gatling Wave and stuff like that. Do have that, but that's going to cost almost all of it. You know what? I may as well just show this.
here I go. Well, who's next?
Okay, I admit that is a pretty cool looking move. George has Item Master, doesn't he, though? Let's see how much this heals with Item Master. 720. Aha! My confusion is working! Hey, he did a frost shot too. Now, unfortunately, enemies don't counter each other. That's annoying. You're standing right in front of him. That's not a good idea. And yes, he uses Helmbreaker as counterattacks. Thanks to that passive ability that I got for him. As for visions at this point, we got one voice here. And yeah, we had 2 here. So, yeah, there is a possibility it could be one of these 4. Or there's a possibility that it could be George and he was a voice here. I've heard people say that George is guaranteed to be innocent in the second playthrough, so I hope that's the case. Anyway, okay, before I do all that gift stuff, I'll go ahead and show the Ends Diary 2. We're filling out more of these empty slots, so the Ends Diary 2, again 2025. 10 years ago, a machine separated our fates on the pretext of restoring peace to the world. I've taken that cursed machine, the instrument of my absolute death, and modified it to my purposes. This is the central core of the current judgment system. Okay, that makes sense. Those judged are found wanting do not disappear, but are instead teleported to that moment 10 years ago. Okay then. They are returned to the moment the original selection was made. Truly a worthy function, choosing one's fate anew. Whether destined for new life or condemned to die, it will lure all back to that one cardinal ruling, the moment of fate. So everyone who gets erased actually gets sent back in time 10 years ago? That's interesting. Yeah, so maybe I wasn't entirely right about the alternate universe stuff. I mean, I guess it kinda is an alternate universe in a way. So what happened was... yeah... So the Judgment Machine sends people back to 10 years ago, when there was apparently a fateful moment. We don't know exactly what that is yet, but... I wonder if the whole pretense of the true ending is simply, the implication of getting everyone sent back 10 years ago. Maybe.
Get all this traitor stuff. You know, being a traitor, but none of us do anything.
There is no way there could be a traitor among us. And the reason for this is, we have excellent teamwork and are all safe.
He actually said, and the reason is, yeah, anyone who knows about, just, do a YouTube search for Metal Wolf Chaos. You'll be glad you did, trust me.
If there really was a traitor, they would be colluding with the enemy.
I've been observing everyone as much as I could during the fight. If there really was a traitor, we would have...
I don't get everybody when you're putting...
Yeah, we've always seen the rest of that, but hey, George at least commented on that.
Mission complete. It looks like we've...
Fighting as a group like this, I wish we could...
I could. What's the use of even having...
Perfect. We are mirrors of the perfect soldier. We who seek to uphold justice have no weakness.
It seems we've managed... It'd be great if... What?
No!
How that's actually not a bad idea.
No.
Yeah. We still have to erase people. Convincing them to join our side would be a good idea if it weren't for that. Okay, I guess I can finally get Crusader now.
My justice is evolving!
And his justice has evolved into its final form. He now has full heroism! Increases damage from gift skills and decreases GP and sound cost. But it is a self-buff, so it's only temporary. Oh, there's only one level to Crusader as well. Have been leveling up Analyze Machine, because you do see a lot of mech-type targets in this game, but Psychic Sword might be useful too. Does leveling this up increase the accuracy of those counterattacks? Because that's been an issue lately. Psychic Sword to raise strength, though, is not bad.